A quick warning, this travel film contains graphic cultural images. Viewer discretion is advised. March 31st, 2024. We touched down in Phuket fully expecting beaches, palm trees, and the classic tropical postcard vibes. But instead of heading straight for the sand, we took a little detour into the real heart of the island, Phuket Old Town. And that's where things got interesting. Folklore, tradition, rituals that made us stop and ask, are we still in Phuket? Spoiler, we were. But before we throw you into the chaos, we gotta rewind a little bit, because how we ended up in the middle of one of the wildest festivals of our lives, well, that's the story, isn't it? 4 days in Phuket, starting now. Let's go. Day 1, we've officially arrived and settled in after a ferry ride from Koh Yao Yai. Phuket's Old Town's already buzzing with life, music, food smells, all of it. First order of business, let's get lost in it. So I was looking at maps trying to see what places were around here. As soon as I opened the app, right smack in the middle was this place. Now,
What place?
it seems like it was just meant to be. I'm not gonna tell Sarah, she's already asking questions.
I'm hungry.
We are both hungry, so this will be really interesting.
Do they have
And
food?
I think we're both gonna like it. They do have food. We're both fans.
Wait, what?
Huh? So I'm gonna see what her reaction is when we get there.
This is pretty cool.
I mean, we came here for food, but really I'm just interested in the atmosphere. Dragons, skeletons, a boar's head on the wall, gargoyles. This place is pretty much an emo kid's dream. Oh, and the drinks were super fun too. There's this butter brew, which I'm guessing is their take on a butter beer, and a whole menu of cocktails with names that sound like they came out of a fantasy novel. So now the secret's out. This place is called Mad Hog, and it's kind of Harry Potter themed. I mean, it's probably couldn't get the trademarks to a lot of the names. It's very wizardy and dark and cauldron-y and really kind of cool.
Can't believe I'm having this one before I have the one at Universal. You'll like it.
It's really sweet.
Yeah.
We ordered food, and while it was being prepared, I snuck off to check out the back alley. Finally, the pizza came, and we got our own. Don't judge, we saved some for later.
Nothing to write home about, but pizza's pizza. Found my next tattoo.
What is it?
Rubbish Man.
It's actually pretty funny.
Pizzazz.
We filmed this part of the video exactly 5 months before a fatal landslide here tragically claimed the lives of 13 people in Phuket. As of May 2025, the Big Buddha remains closed to the public. Our visit happened long before the disaster, but we just want to recognize the lives that were lost. If you're planning a trip to Phuket, make sure to double check local updates, and as always, travel with respect for the places and the people that you visit.
So this morning we're headed to the Big Buddha. It's about 30 minutes from where we're staying, a little after 7. So hopefully we can beat some of the heat and maybe even some of this crowd. We made it to the top of the mountain where Big Buddha is. It's starting to clear up a little bit, but it's looking like it might rain. Hopefully it doesn't, but at least the sun's not out, so it's not hot yet. On top of the clothing regulations, they have drone regulations. So you can fly here, but they're just like, not even really strict rules, just the basic etiquette rules, you know, keep eye contact, don't fly close to people, don't fly close to the Buddha. As long as you get permission and you are certified, you can actually fly here, which is great news. In case it needed to be said, do not catch the monkeys.
The view is beautiful. Like, even we don't even have like the best conditions today. It's pretty cloudy and like kind of hazy, but the view is spectacular. Buddha, gorgeous as always. The monkeys are freaking terrifying. And there was hordes. Then there was a dog that came in and the monkey started barking, clacking, I don't know, the scary monkey sounds. I saw one snatch a Coke can out of a man's hand and then chug it. Yeah, they're just really scary.
They are pretty mischievous up here. These two stole someone's clothes, and these two, oops, can't show that. Aside from being a massively large cultural landmark, hiking to the top of Big Buddha does offer the best views of Phuket. But now it's time for us to head back down the mountain.
Quick plug here. We recently partnered with the company Welcome Compass to create personalized guides of our favorite spots in Thailand that will be tailored to exactly your trip. Head to the link in the description to check it out.
We made it back to Old Town from Big Buddha, but the grind never stops, so we need to go get some work done. So we're gonna head to a cafe and do some editing, emails, flight booking, you name it.
So, turns out this trip isn't exactly winning any budget awards. It's mostly our fault, but in this instance, we were just trying to find a coffee shop with good Wi-Fi. Simple. Instead, we somehow ended up here, and honestly, I'm not mad about it. The drinks were over the top, ridiculous, and basically made for Instagram, which is very much right up my alley. Sure, it's not exactly a cheap eat situation, but hey, strong Wi-Fi in a cafe that's basically a vintage museum, worth it.
Your vibe check.
Vibe check is this is a classic Tony cafe where everything is expensive. Fruity drinks, aesthetically pleasing inside, and expensive prices, but it looks delicious. The decor in here is very cool. Ton of very comfortable seating, a lot of outlets, which is great. Air conditioning, free Wi-Fi, and cool decor, and a lot of natural light, which is also nice.
A lot of this trip we took any downtime to get some work done. So while we waited on food and drinks, we did some editing. Gotta pay the bills.
If anyone wants to know what our relationship is like in a nutshell, this is the drink that I got this morning. Just a nice, respectable cappuccino because we're working from a cafe. This is the drink that Tony got this morning.
I mean, I don't really see the problem here. A nice big glass of caffeine and diabetes first thing in the morning sounds like peak performance to me. No regrets until about 12 hours from now. The lactose intolerant person always gets the milk drinks. Technically, I'm not lactose, just allergic, so I'll survive.
Pretty good though. I don't feel like I'm gonna have a sugar stroke from drinking this.
I cannot take you seriously.
I did balance it out by ordering some fruit and oats, a tale of two breakfasts. Sarah went with a classy panini, meanwhile I basically ordered dessert in a cup and called it coffee.
Monte Cristo ham and cheese sandwich. This might not sound appealing to a lot of people, but this tastes like my go-to order at Denny's. A moon's over my hammy. And I'm here for it.
It's our third day in Phuket, and this is when things start to get interesting. We started the morning heading over to Seoul Romani before people showed up wanting photos.
We have just arrived as what I'm calling Instagram Lane because it's very cute, it's very aesthetic, it's full of photo ops, and it's also full of people trying to capture their photos on their little phone tripods. We got here at 8:21. We probably should have got here earlier. We thought we beat the crowds, but there's already some photo shoots going on, and we're about to join them. This street actually used to be part of a red light district with, I cannot get sex, drugs, and rock and roll, the phrase out of my head. I want to say sex, drugs, rock and roll. This street actually used to be a part of a red light district with brothels, gambling, opioid dens. I don't say opioids enough in my day-to-day life. It has now been repurposed to be cute cafes and floral arrangements.
So here's what happened next. We were just taking some photos, keeping it casual, trying to blend in with everyone else. Then the horn started, followed by the drums, firecrackers, and the sounds of a whip. And naturally, we had to see what the hell was happening. Fast forward 5 minutes and somehow we're smack dab in the middle of what I think is a vegetarian festival. And the only reason I say I think is because it was March and everything online says the festival usually happens in October. But here we were, fully immersed in something way bigger, way louder, and way more intense than we ever expected.
This is one of those travel moments where we have absolutely no idea what's going on, but we stumbled upon something kind of awesome. We're gonna have to search and see what this is, but it's crazy because like there's a few guys walking by and they all have like swords coming out of their mouth, fresh too, because you can see the blood kind of dried up. So I don't know what the significance is of that.
Okay, so let me take a second to explain what I think is going on, because it wasn't until way later that we started to piece it all together. This is what I got from Nat Geo. The Vegetarian Festival is a 9-day spectacle of ritual, mutilation, pyrotechnics, and meat-free food, all centered around massive parades that take over Phuket every year during the 9th lunar month. And it's been around for over 200 years, if that's what this is. We're still not totally sure, since it usually happens in October and we're here in March. But whatever it is, we were in it.
So there's a few like recurring things that I saw. One, a lot of things were being given with like blessings. There was a lot of body modification, so like tons of swords through the mouths. There has to be something significant with like blood and like almost like an axe tool, because there was a lot of that. I noticed when people were walking down the street, a lot of them were like really quickly shaking their head back and forth, almost like in a trance, yeah, and doing this kind of hand symbol. And then another thing I saw a lot of was people walking around with like a flag and brushing it over the backs of people would kneel down and brush it over the backs of heads. So I don't know what any of that means. We'll look it up, but it was pretty cool to see.
Eventually, things calmed down. We also took the chance to shop around a bit, mainly on the hunt for postcards for our Patreon members. Insert shameless plug here. Just one of the many perks if you feel like supporting the channel and getting a little snail mail love from us along the way. We wandered over to a nearby shrine, hoping to get some answers, maybe figure out what we had just witnessed. But it was quiet there too, which just left us with a whole lot of confusion.
We walked by this place a couple of times, but I have not actually gone in. So here we are. This is the Shrine of Serene Light. It's a very beautiful alleyway that leads to what looks like a temple. I'm not sure if we're dressed appropriately, so we're not going to go all the way in, but this is a very pretty spot.
We popped into a nearby famous hotel, just wandering around and looking for local landmarks. But unexpectedly, it's where we finally got the answers we'd been looking for.
So we've walked past this place probably twice now. You know the significance of it?
Is it a movie? I haven't seen movies.
It is a movie. We did watch it.
movies.
We watched it recently.
The beach.
The beach. This is the hotel that Leo stayed at. It's actually
When he was supposed to be in Bangkok.
Yeah.
We are famous from the beach movie. Leonardo DiCaprio has been here.
Which room do you stay in?
Upstairs 204. This room, the beach. We try to keep original.
So we wanted to come in and take pictures of the hotel, and our receptionist, her name is Pop. I think that's awesome. But she was like, you can't really take pictures in here unless you buy a coffee. So if you buy a coffee, you can come in here and take pictures. But she was really enthusiastic about this place. She was telling us about the history, that they've been here, I think, 97 years. She told us about the movie The Beach and that Leo slept in room 204, which we kind of knew, but it was still cool hearing it from someone else because it kind of verified what we were looking at. This is a nice hotel. I wonder how much it costs
It's
a night.
really beautiful.
Yeah.
Definitely out of our budget. But
You think?
yeah. Yes. It's over our budget, but it's not bad at all.
How much is it?
43 bucks a night? We've paid more than
We
that.
paid more than that.
This is the one of God of them birthday. So they parade to invite them from the sea and go back to temple. This God, like, they pray for everyone who trusts them. You see some like young, some like old, some like very angry because they have many gods, they have their character. Sometimes they like fireworks or some have to run because they cannot control themselves and the god come to them. And for about this one, you see that? Yeah, it means he can hurt. For people who touch them, please give me some hurt. I will give it away.
Okay.
And so you happy. You see this? And some this for praying in their belief.
So what do you do after accidentally stumbling into a wild cultural festival? Well, obviously you go back to the same spot to eat.
What do you call it? 2 small bottles? These were 15 baht each.
So 30?
30. This one tastes pretty grassy, a little more grassy.
Coconut pancake.
It's really tiny. 7 pieces?
7 mix. You mix?
Mix. First thing we got is some coconut pancakes. I got mix and match, so there is banana, taro, and coconut. We'll see how each one tastes. Let me start with banana.
How much was it?
These were 40 baht, and they're really good. At least banana's really good.
We got mixed flavors. 2 banana, 1 coconut, and 1 taro root. Sarah thinks they all taste the same.
That tastes like coconut. Yeah, no. That is good though. Tastes like coconut. Well, it is about 6 o'clock, and I will say this night market is huge. Usually when the sun is still up, there's not this many people here. Usually once the sun goes down, that's when the crowds roll in. That is not the case for this particular market. Total, what we're aiming to spend is 181 baht on food, which is about $5.
We've already spent 80 baht, but the food in this market looks amazing. Just look at this colorful gyoza. I couldn't resist.
Okay, we got gyoza. It was 60 baht for 6 pieces, which is a little bit more pricey than what I was trying to spend, but they look so good, I couldn't refuse them. 6 different types. Actually, I got one of the same. I got 2 chicken, but then there's pork, vegetable, shrimp, and maybe one other. Not sure, I forgot.
You put chili oil on this?
I did. Is it spicy?
A little bit.
Well, a little bit. That chili sauce is a little spicy.
It was Sarah's turn now to pick something up.
The name is Gayam Goy. It says steamed rice cake with red sauce. I don't know what spurred me to want this. I just saw that it said Phuket local food, so I thought that was interesting. Kind of looks like a scallop. Yeah, it's good. It took me a second because it's very competing textures with like the crunch of the toppings, and then this is like spongy because it's like a rice cake.
My soul's where home
The night market showed no signs of slowing down, but we definitely were. That said, our stomachs had just enough space for one more stop in the night.
Last thing we got was pad thai. Classic. It's only 40 baht. We couldn't afford the chicken, which was 60 baht, so we just got it without chicken, pretty much vegetarian, so you can count this as our vegetarian option for the night.
Can't afford the chicken.
What do you love about pad thai?
The flavor, the texture, the feeling it gives me inside, the dopamine.
It's our last morning in Phuket and we made our way to Mai Khao Beach. But from the parking lot, it's either a 1-mile walk or you hitch a ride. Again, it's day 4. I'm already a little sunburned and we're a little exhausted still from yesterday. So you already know which option we picked.
What do you got? How much to go to the beach?
20 baht each. 20 baht per person.
20?
Yes.
Okay.
Thailand.
Just 4 months, 5 months.
Yeah.
4 months.
That's all we can say is Sawadee
Just the greetings.
Yes, good. Welcome.
Thank you. It's the compliment I needed today. He said I speak good Thai. And we could have walked down here. I mean, it was a mile, but it's hot and we've done a lot of walking, so give us a break.
It didn't take long to find the planes, but what we didn't know is this beach is also a leatherback turtle nesting ground. Not the season yet, but it's good to know for the future.
I like Old Town. There's a lot going on in like a very walkable area, which was nice. Good food options, a lot of really good like cafes if you are a remote worker or a digital nomad. Just a little pricey, which kind of just follows all of southern Thailand, but
This is a little bit over what our normal budget is for a travel video, especially with food. Totally worth it, but just a little expensive. Sorry, got sand in my throat as I'm looking for the plane.
the planes aren't as low as I thought they would be. I thought it'd be like scary close, but I just realized this is our last time we're gonna be near the ocean in Thailand.
It's a Monte Cristo ham and cheese sandwich.
Lucky idea.
This street actually used to be part of a red light district with
My heart was different.